Welcome to Tush Twins, heard on MalcolmPresents.com, a new internet, what is the new internet?
Not new.
Platform? It's not new, it's old platform.
It's been on already for
Well, new is 2 years is relatively new, or a year and a half. How long have we been on?
I don't know.
We've been about 8 months.
8 months.
Yeah.
Well,
One more month and we'll give birth.
yeah. Well,
And then you'll have to keep the baby.
no,
All right.
no abortions.
Shh, we ain't talking about that right at this moment, but we will get to that. So let me do the intro so we can start,
Okay,
because
do the intro.
we got started a little late. So
Well, let's do this quickly.
we're gonna do it. We're gonna talk fast. No. So move over Lucy and Ethel, Laverne and Shirley, Thelma and Louise, Betty, Wilma, Tina and Amy. Here come the Tush Twins with tales of friendship from Brooklyn and beyond. Maxine, Faith, moi, with my little pink pussy hat. And I have to get one for my redhead there. Paula Rose, Rusty, the redhead, AKA, will bring you through our 60 plus years of friendship with levity, joy, drama, and unabashed plutonic love.
What the hell am I doing here?
I don't know. You just you're the guy. You're the throwaway guy.
I'm the facilitator.
We throw it to you.
We're throwing it to you. So from Brighton to Coney, New York City to the burbs, and to the whole wide world, we have been through it all, and we will take you through our journey. And we're gonna, we hit upon topics of the past, of the present. Sometimes they meld together, So
I think this topic is going to meld together.
It's going to meld together because we, as Tush Twins, because we were joined at birth, sort of. We protested in the late 60s and early 70s. We were kind of young when we started to do that, like 14 maybe.
We started in junior high.
Yeah, junior high. So I'd say definitely 13, 14. There was a lot going on. There was civil rights. There were women's rights. There was the Vietnam War. We went to, we knew Roe v. Wade was kind of in the news, because we would look at the news. We would actually have to bring in the New York Times and learn how to fold it. Remember?
Oh my God, I was just going to say, do you remember you had to fold it?
You had to fold it this way, then you had to fold it. So
this way.
So and occasionally when we were,
I was so proud going on the subway folding.
Right.
New York Times. I still do it when I get it.
I felt so sophisticated.
Yeah, so imagine how we felt. We were able to fold the New York Times, but we were able to read the New York Times, and it had a lot of articles about what was happening, and we were pretty smart kiddies, I think. We saw what was going on in the world, even though, sometimes your parents try to shelter you. It was really hard.
Never did.
It was, well, some parents do. I mean, especially today. I think less when we were growing up. I think we weren't,
don't forget, Max, don't forget Vietnam War was the first televised war, and we were there seeing it every day.
Right, because you watched Walter Cronkite, and you watched, the Channel 4 with the Brinkley, right?
David Brinkley,
right, and it was out there. It was, you knew what was going on, and we knew that the women's movement was started. We had Betty Friedan and Gloria Steinem, and we would protest. Where would we protest? Where were the usual suspect places?
Oh, we helped close down our high school moratorium day. We wouldn't let anyone in, and we marched to Brooklyn College to meet with the college kids. This is when we were freshmen, so sophomores in high school.
Right. So we
marched.
Yeah,
we marched, and we also the village.
Right, we went to Washington Square Park. It still remains a place that people recently have gone to do that.
When did you do this? On the weekends, or you skip school?
No,
we didn't skip
school.
No, it was usually on a weekend, or
even
after school that we should have been doing something else, and we we're doing this, and
We went to the, do you remember going to the Army Navy recruiting centers in Coney Island?
right, the Army, it was the Army
Yeah,
Recruiting
Army
Center,
Recruiting
it was
Center.
near Nathan's,
It
right?
was across the
Nathan's, right
street.
across the street from Nathan's.
Yeah.
Actually, it was on 14th Street. It was in between.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, we would go there.
We
I-
went there, we protested, but you know what? And we went to the village and we would hang out with the Vietnam vets. We never said you were wrong. They were
Mhm.
really wonderful. They were put into that situation. They had no choice.
Right.
It was a
Absolutely.
draft.
Yeah.
You know, we weren't protesting them. We were just protesting the war.
Can you say about what year that was?
That was
Probably
1971,
60 I would say 69 through 72.
to 72. Yeah, 73. Yeah,
69, 73 were in college. So
yeah.
yeah, I mean, I remember when the SDS, Students for
Yes,
Democratic
Students
Society,
for
came
Democratic.
in the day that Kent State happened.
Mhm.
And I remember there was all sorts of hell breaking loose in school, including when I
Yes.
went to the bathroom, I had mentioned in a previous show, the toilet paper was on fire.
Fire.
And I had to call someone in, a teacher, and she was like, "What did you do?" I'm like, "Me?" It's like, "What are you talking about? What did I do? You know, little Miss Goody Two Shoes here. Are you kidding?"
Well, I believe, I'm not sure what year, but the SDS, didn't they had one of the members that was fairly wealthy in the village and they blew up their house?
Oh, yeah, that was right by Dustin Hoffman's house. His house got
Th-
blown up too. That was by Mercer Avenue and
Yeah, I forget
the
what
Mercer
year
Arts Theater. Right off of
that's
Mercer.
why
That was the
Uh,
SDS.
I'm
Yes.
strongly recommending to you and everybody out there to watch Good Girls Revolt on
Mhm.
Amazon. It's only one
Yeah.
season. It should have been picked up. Can you say Jeff Bezos why it wasn't? I don't know why it wasn't, but it gives the background of women working at magazine. I believe it's Newsweek. They changed the name in the show, and they weren't getting equal pay. They were treated like second-class citizens, even though they were doing much of the work, including writing articles and not getting credit. And they decided to form a union, and they sued the first, I think, I mean, the first time they lost, the second time. It's biographical, but there's a lot
I'm
of
gonna watch it.
there's definitely sex scenes and things like that, Malcolm. But
Excuse me.
and yeah, it's just it gives you a little background of what that was about. And you can also read the book, which is I haven't read it, but I definitely want to get it.
Well, I don't know, to quote John Lewis, good trouble.
Yeah.
I believe in good
Yeah.
sexism.
Yeah, right. Good
Yeah.
sexism.
Yeah, is there a good, is there a definition of that? I believe that women should have equal rights,
Yeah,
Of
but,
course.
and as a matter of fact, I think in many of the positions, they're brighter than men. Because as I think we talked about this before, I
Yeah.
think they're much better in detail and carrying through their promises.
And also empathetic and more nurturing.
Well, I don't know about if they're more empathetic, because some women could be real bitches. I'm sorry. I've worked for them. But the question is, I always felt they should have equal place in the work, but sometimes going out socially, there's more deference to women than to the men. I still believe in opening the doors.
Yeah.
Oh,
Then
I
we'll-
yes,
prefer-
we
I
like
that.
gentlemen. I like gentlemen.
I like
Gentlemen is a good thing. There's no
Yeah, but
downside to
that's a
gentlemen.
difference. That's, you women, you can't open.
I open the door
damn
for men. I open the door for men. I
But
open the door
Dennis
for men, so
opens-
it's the same
How
thing.
about when you were, the big thing in dating, did you pay your share?
Never.
I
If you went out
Don't
with a date
think-
and you had and the bill came out to, $50, okay.
I
here's
think-
my 25.
I don't think it
No.
was, back then it was 50.
That's equality.
I think, well, we deserve it for all the shit we have to put up with.
What
So
shit
there
do
you
you have to
go.
put up with?
A lot of shit. Putting up with men's is just the attitude, just the way a lot of not you. I'm not
all
pointing.
men,
I'm
not
not.
all men,
Not all
but-
men, but a lot of
I'm-
men, and especially certain
Men in power.
men
Certain
in
men.
power. Yeah, they think that we're something that you could just plaything.
Well, I don't know. I sent you forward this, you guys, I think something on Facebook with George Carlin
Mhm.
talking
Oh,
about how we're
yes.
all being screwed by big business.
Mhm.
Politicians aren't in control.
I saw
We're
it.
in control. It's sort of it's made up. Who has the money? Who's controlling the big business? They get what they want. They buy the politicians.
They
Yeah.
do.
What about, uh, the
I said
I
Jeff
don't, I
Bezos.
really don't want to get into religion at all, but that seems to be something that's in the mix right now, especially with the latest couple of decisions of SCOTUS. The Supreme Court that does not seem to recognize the majority of people in their decisions. And this has been
Well,
going
because
on for 30 years.
unfortunate, and I don't want to get into religion either,
Yeah,
Maxine.
I'm not getting into religion,
No,
but I'm
no.
just saying that, some of it is,
Yes.
people have different opinions, but certainly a woman has a right to choose what she does to her body. And that was taken away from us after we protested
I
back
was
in the
there with my
day.
mom in 1971 and 72. I went with my mom to a few protests for Roe versus Wade to have the
Right.
freedom with now the National Organization of
Yeah.
Women.
Right. And then,
And
of
it was-
course,
yeah.
Gloria Steinem, living the revolution. And we have and Betty Friedan, the feminine mystique. And,
But this is
Steinem.
my rights. This is my rights. No one has any rights to tell me no one could tell me what I could do with my own body. I'm sorry, it's my body. I can do whatever I want.
Right.
So-
And then, Roe v. Wade happened in 73, but it was
Mhm.
argued before then in 72 or whenever. I
Yeah.
don't know the exact date. But we thought, yippee yaha. And then it was Title 9 or 10 for that women could play sports. You were allowed to
Yeah.
play sports in college. Before then, it was like, good luck to you. So there were a number of things happening on the front when we were just in high school, and
Well-
we were kids, and we had to, manage to go through that. And our moms were pretty out there in terms of
Yeah.
telling us, we have rights, we have to be protected. So now we have this Supreme Court, and we have the three of them, Kavanaugh, Gorsuch, and Barrett, were all interviewed under oath in Congress and at the hearings, and said that basically
They will not touch.
law that's settled, is settled, and they really wouldn't, touch that. So
But here's the thing, really wouldn't.
Yeah.
There's the thing.
Well, they
not
didn't.
that I will- I
I'm making
will
that.
not.
I didn't
I
say.
know,
I
but
mean,
they
I'm
didn't
not.
say, they didn't say I will not. They were like hemming and hawing. Of course, I won't do it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Well, actually, in actuality, they couldn't really comment on that because of they can't comment on a case that's not in front of the court yet, or that was in front of the court.
They're commenting on settled law that already
Oh
happened.
yeah,
You can
They're
comment.
doing it.
The question directly to them was, what is your stance on Roe v. Wade? Okay, so, Barrett, who's the woman on the court, yeah, can you say Handmaid's Tale? Woohoo! Not to throw that out, but I just did anyway. They basically, Kavanaugh said of Roe, it is important precedent of the Supreme Court that has been reaffirmed many times. It's not as if it's just a run-of-the-mill case that was decided and never been reconsidered. Casey specifically reconsidered it and applied the stare decisis factors. That means they decided to reaffirm it.
Yeah.
That makes Casey, not even Roe, Casey, a precedent on the precedent. So there's two cases of which there's settled law. So what do? The
They
finger.
unsettle it.
They gave us the finger.
but actuality, from what I interpreted, it's not a fait accompli, because basically what they're saying is that it's a state's rights. It's not a constitutional right that's guaranteed to women, which again, I disagree. But they're saying it's a state right. The state should decide. Now it's up to women or those people that not necessarily believe in abortion, but not believe in outlawing abortion, they
Right.
have to vote. They have to vote for the state government that would support their views. So if you have these, I hate to break it, Republicans or Democrats, but it seems to be broken down like that. So you have to vote the Republicans who are anti-abortion out of office, and then each state can make abortion legal again.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
it's not
Why,
simple.
why
It's a hard
do you have
job.
to go through that? I'm sorry, I don't find any
I know,
reason
but
why.
this is a fait accompli right now.
well,
Because I mean, these guys are good for another 30 years in office.
You know what,
unless
I
should be term
truthfully,
limits for
there
sure.
should be term limits, but you know what? These people who don't believe in abortion, that's their right not to believe in it.
Yeah.
It's their right. They have every right
Right.
not to believe in it. They don't want abortion. God bless, really, if they really are so opposed
Feel
to it,
strongly about it.
let's
Yeah.
feel strongly about it.
But to
But I
impose
feel
their will,
strongly,
right.
but I feel strongly about my opinion. And I'm not going to tell them they're wrong. I'm just going to tell them it's my right to choose what I want to do. And this should never have been a change from the beginning.
Is it
It's already
really?
you,
Yeah.
but I
You're
don't
right.
think my rights are there anymore.
No. Well, think about the 10-year-old girl who got pregnant. I don't even know by whom. I'm assuming it's incest.
Mhm.
And basically what she was told, she has to have the baby. She's 10 years old. Do you get that?
Yeah.
She's
Okay.
10. 10.
Yeah.
All right.
But where,
That's
what state
okay.
is she in? Texas?
I forgot. It might have been Ohio. I'm not quite sure which state, but
Whatever state
they
it is.
got
and
her.
you-
Apparently, they got her out of the state and they're treating her, whatever. But
Fine.
she, I mean, telling this 10-year-old it's an opportunity for you.
You could
So
become
she's
a
gonna
mother.
have it's gonna be a baby doll for the child.
How?
It's like this
what's-
child should
I
not,
just-
children should not
10.
have children.
10.
Children, I know. It's like having
10
a doll.
years old. 10 years old.
Who's gonna raise the child? The
It's
parents?
not even, no, I would give it to Kavanaugh or Alito or
yeah.
let's drop it off at the Supreme Court and say you take care of it. Because they don't care about taking care of the babies that come out. This is much more involved. This has a lot to do with racism.
Yeah. All these Republicans, who are pro or anti-abortion, they're also anti government health control.
Yeah.
Health
Oh, the
aid.
next thing is birth control.
Yeah,
The next
no,
thing
no,
is
so
gay
the
marriage.
So
I
the question
mean,
is, when the baby comes, are they going to have the health care? Is the mother
No.
and the baby going to have the health care?
no, you'll be adding to the cemetery plots.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen.
And
I
then it's
mean-
funny, I think it's, I forget, it's one of the states that is really anti-abortion. They had the highest mortality rate of children, of newborns, and the death rate of mothers.
Yeah, well, I
Because
mean,
people don't have the money to go to the doctors and
Right.
take care of these people
Well,
are
the
dying
health-
because something is wrong with the child inside. Thank God, it's like, I am Jewish. Everyone knows that, and who watches the show, Maxine, you and Malcolm.
Yep.
We don't believe a child for abortion till it takes its first breath.
Right.
Is that correct?
Well, there's a lawsuit going on now. I think there's a synagogue in Florida that's suing DeSantis, I think.
I think that's very funny.
Something
though.
to that effect. I don't have the details, so I don't want to give the wrong info, but it's based on
No.
what you just said.
Yeah.
And if they are successful, it will go to the upper courts. And I guess they want to see if they can take this to the Supreme Court.
You know how many people will convert to Judaism?
That's right.
If that becomes successful, Judaism will become the majority language in this country.
Yeah,
Majority.
I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I mean,
No,
yeah, go ahead.
No, what I'm saying, when you have an abortion, you don't have it just like in 8 weeks, it's fine. The first trimester. Yeah, I understand. I want to get rid of the child. The child's sick, or I'm going to die. or I just can't afford to have a child, it's my rights. But I don't believe in abortion when they're older, like 7, 8 months.
Oh,
Well,
no, 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 no.
I'll tell you
No,
again.
no, that's ridiculous.
I believe
That's
it's
stupid.
I believe it's a woman's body and she has a choice. But I remember with my first son, and I was a little older when Anna conceived. But when we went to take the sonogram, and I think it was like I forget what age you could do, like a month old or something,
Hmm.
2 months old, and I saw the
It's more than a month. It's a
but
couple.
whatever, it was very
Couple
early,
months.
and I saw the picture in there, and I heard the heartbeat.
It's
To
not
me,
really the
to me, that was
heartbeat
a child.
yet. Yeah. No, well, it's
I
not
mean,
the
me
heart.
personally, I understand the other point of view. I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
it's-
yeah. No, no. When
I
you see
do,
that, it's like when I saw my
because
son, which I didn't know.
every
Every
sperm is
sperm is fat.
special.
every sperm is special. Now,
That's Monty
Monty
Python.
Python's meaning of life.
Meaning of life.
I hate to tell you, don't reveal it, but
Yeah.
I have so much wasted sperm, it's ridiculous.
Do you?
Through my years.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, Malcolm. You were
I don't know how women do it, but
you
men,
were bad. You were a bad boy. You were a bad
Bad
boy.
boy.
Bad boy.
it's the old card game, how to play good, the advice for card players. If you have a good hand, you play it alone.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, the thing is that I just fear today what's going on so many levels, that the fact that we worked so hard and did what we could, even at a really young age, to try to get our rights protected. And now look what's going on. I mean,
And here's the other
it's-
problem. You can go out and protest right now, because if you go out, there's people being shot everywhere at parades, protests.
Yeah.
Crazy people are out there. So my
Kids can
suggestion
get
is
guns.
call your congressman, call your state senator.
Right.
Go door to door, hand out
Vote.
leaflets,
You gotta
vote,
vote.
but you have to make your voice heard.
That's it.
I called my state senator, Cory Booker. I
No,
called
that's
him
federal. That's your
federal. Yeah, I called
your-
him.
mhm.
My senator. I
He's
called
your
him.
senator, right?
He's amazing, man. But I actually got a text. Thank you for calling and letting my voice be heard.
Yeah, I've called too. I've called Chucky Schumer. That's a waste of time.
Chucky
I called
he's on your side.
Gillibrand's office.
Mhm.
I
She's
called
on your side.
I called my state rep and my state senator Harkiman, my state senator Burdick.
state
and-
senator
I mean my assemblyman.
Gottheimer is mine.
Right. So it's your state assembly, your state senate, and then you got your senators, federal.
Right, but
Federal
that's the
sen-
question.
Right.
Like all my representatives in California or from Los Angeles, they believe what I believe. So by
Right.
calling them, I'm not sure what I'm doing.
You're giving them a
If I'm doing
tally.
anything.
You're giving them a tally to take back with them.
Yeah,
You
but
Yeah.
need to tally people who call in either way, because that's really actually important. They need to know, and they need to
know that-
say, I got 500 people say this is absurd, and we need to codify Roe v. Wade. We need to do something. I got 600 people saying, I'm glad this happened because I'm against abortion. You need to get people's input. How else do they know what's going on? Aside from padding their pockets, how else do they know what's actually going on?
You didn't want
What's
to talk
going
about
on?
religion. You didn't want to talk about religion, but I have a feeling this is more of a religious issue than it is.
Well, that's what I
But
said.
it is a religious, and I want to get into
But
that.
I'm
because
not
it
touching
is.
that. I'm not
Yeah.
touching that, but
No.
I think that is, this has been, in the works for over 30 years easily. And you can trace it to where it's coming from too. Again, I'm not going to go into that, but we're the Tush twins. We're supposed to be light and fun. I don't know. I'm so.
Okay, I'll tell you, for the rest of the show, let's talk about the fun things you did in the summertime. It's
in
fun
the
and sun in the summer.
summertime. Oh, where's
Summertime now.
Oh,
but we didn't
Well,
protest.
we didn't-
We went swimming.
we went to the Brighton Beach baths.
We went to the baths and we sang songs. Do you bop bop low? Can you tie him to a rock? Can you tie him in a knot?
Not
tie
to
'em
you,
in
I
a
don't
bow.
do the bow.
Yeah,
Or my name is Bernardo. I am a
My name
retardo.
is Leonardo. Right,
Leonardo.
right.
I
No,
am a
don't use.
retard.
Shh, shh, shh.
It's not retarded.
It's
It's
P.
mentally challenged.
It's not funny. I don't
So-
want to. We
There
sang
we go.
really.
Zoom, gully, 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 zoom, gully,
In
gully.
the summertime, I was financially challenged. So at the, as soon,
You can go to the beach. You don't have to pay to go to the
I
beach.
had to work.
Oh, good for you. Where'd you work?
Oh, I used to work, before I was 16, I was working a delivery for a druggist.
Oh,
Ah.
okay.
And I think I made $1 an hour.
Well, that's not
My-
bad for
In the
way back
summertime, I worked
then.
5, 6 hours a day. But, I used to dust shelves. It was funny. It was,
So
We
then you
go
went
to
to Nathan's
movies.
and spent it, huh? We went to the
oh,
movies.
yeah.
We
Well,
went to movies, we went to see,
and then when I was 16, I became what's known as a common show attendant. And that was
Ah.
in Coney Island. And I was
come
the guy
on
that,
in,
I
come in.
worked for Faber's Fascination.
Mhm.
Oh, I know, we used to go play there, we used to play skee ball there.
Skee ball
and-
there,
and
and
I
the
had
ones
a-
where you put the ball and it fits in the little hole, whatever it's
Yeah,
called.
and I
forget.
was the one that had the stick like, when the ball got stuck.
Oh,
Oh,
you were the,
God.
I would draw
you
back
got the
the
stick
ball.
when your ball got stuck.
when
Okay,
the balls
just
get
so
stuck,
you know.
You should write a song about that.
Uh,
And then when I got to be 18 and I was in college, I worked up in the Catskills. I didn't have time like you rich kids.
I wasn't rich, I was
Rich
the
rich kids,
poorest
we
of all
weren't
our friends.
rich. What are you
I
talking
was the
about, rich?
poorest, rich.
I lived
We
in
had to
freaking
work.
Ocean Parkway in Brighton. What are you talking about?
I lived
That
in
was a
an
rich neighborhood. Are
apartment.
you kidding?
Then
Uh,
we
Ocean
went for
Parkway?
CRTs for two
Oh
seasons.
yeah, really. South Ocean Parkway, not middle or north. I mean, I'm not complaining. We all were fed well and had a roof over our head. And
Did you
Yes,
guys,
we
did
did.
you guys have summer jobs when you're in high school or in college?
yes,
Yes, it
absolutely.
did.
What'd you
We
do?
were CITs at first, at
shorefront-
seventh
the
and
shore-
eighth Y.
The Shorefront Y,
Y.
we were
That's the
counselors.
YWHA
right?
was
And
CITs. And then I got a job
T?
when I was 15,
You mean you were a tit?
CIT,
CIT,
Excuse me.
counselor in
counselor in
training.
training, right?
And then I got a job working at a foundation store. I fitted people for bras and girdles.
Oh God.
Do you remember
Well,
that place on Brighton Beach Avenue? I
well,
worked there.
I worked at my mom's store. So did you?
I worked at you.
The
I
clothes
worked at your
closet
mom.
as one, so I worked
I never
there in the
got
summer.
paid, but I got
Mm.
clothes.
Yeah, you bartered,
I
So
bought it. I
hey,
worked.
that's worth something.
It was a lot. Oh, the best part was when your parents went away and we
And we
cleaned
had
the
the
store.
store. I know.
Your mother had a wreck.
Taking
Oh my
one
God.
for me, one for you. It wasn't that bad. People make it worse than it
we
is.
cleaned it up. We made it so
Yeah, but
nice
it
and neat.
wasn't.
Your mother,
We made it neat, but it wasn't horrific. I mean, it's not
No,
like
it was
stuff was on the
great.
floor. I mean,
no, we
but
had great
but
times.
we try to
cleaned up
make it
your-
neat. We try to neaten it up a bit. And then
And your mom
Dottie,
got pissed at us.
Dottie
Dottie.
was right. And they were always checking up on us. She would come in. She was like the adult. So we had to keep okay. Otherwise
Max, we're running out of time. But before we go, I have to ask, where the hell did you get that hat?
this is a pussy hat. Okay. This is
No,
this
I'm not going to
wasn't-
say anything more. I'll get in trouble.
okay, it's a pink pussy hat that Meg, my Green Diva Meg McWilliams got,
Mhm.
made for me and my mom. I think I can't find mine. This is my mom's. She dared me to go in front of Trump Tower and take a selfie with it. That's when there was the big protest in Washington after the election. And we knew women's rights were going to be in the toilet bowl. And then that really happened. So,
did.
so anyway, so this is the infamous pink pussy hat.
Well,
from
find
Meg.
yours so I can have one.
Yes, I'll have to find the other one. This is Mama Ruthie's. I have pictures of her wearing it, and that's what it is. So there.
Well, everyone have a great week. I won't be in next week. I'll be away.
Where are you going, pray tell? You didn't ask permission?
I'm going down to the
the
Jersey
shore.
Shore.
She's
I'm
going
going
to
down
the
the
shore.
Jersey Shore.
You're going down to the Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore. It's my husband's birthday,
Happy birthday,
75.
Dennis.
75th
So-
birthday, so she's getting the time off.
Yes, I'm getting time off. So
Okay, but Max, are you going to be around?
I'm always around. I don't go anywhere. I'm a hermit, don't you know?
Get another one of your friends to sub.
yeah,
I don't know who would come on.
Well, I don't think we can run out of conversation, tell you the truth.
No, us, never.
Or is it
Never.
George Burns, they asked one time George Burns, how come he became so successful after all after all these years in vaudeville? He never had a good act. He said, simple. I married Gracie. I go on the stage. I say, Gracie, tell me about your uncle.
And that's it.
And a
That
half
was
hour
it.
later, I say good night, Gracie.
Right.
I
That's
could do
right.
that.
Good
I
night,
could say-
Gracie.
Say good night, Gracie.
I
All
could
right.
just be the same. I could say, hey, Max, how's the week been?
Okay. And then,
And
right.
and
And
that's it.
it'll take us, we look at the thing and go, we're finished a half hour. What? So,
And by the way, my alarm just went off. We finished a half hour.
okay.
Okay.
So we're
Shalom,
out.
everyone. Everyone have
All
a
right,
good week.
so,
I'll see you in 2.
Shalom Aleinu.
Yeah, we'll see you. Have a good week. Try to
And
take a
you
breath
have
and
a good week,
relax.
sure. Be careful because there's a shortage of lifeguards.
Yeah. Just
I want to
don't-
be a lifeguard. I want to save your life.
Anyway, it's
Good.
time to say goodbye. I think we've had enough.
good night, Gracie.
Good night,
Bye,
Gracie.
Well, you're the Gracies. Bye.
All right. Ciao.
Maine.